Hello, everybody. Every time we have a new year, we have people wanting to improve their health, improve their finances, have a better relationship, have a home style, learning something, and learning about a new language. Today, we talk about New Year's resolutions. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Have a great evening. We are just 3 days from New Year's Eve, and tonight we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. Now, to talk about this topic, we have our best friend, Mr. Paul. Is an English teacher, is a Canadian citizen living in Southeast Asia. He's going to tell us all about it. Hey, Mr. Paul, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, Ken. Doing great over here. How about you?
I'm doing so good. And I was wondering, Paul, every time a New Year's approach, people always have these new ideas, these new resolutions, these new things they want to change about their life. What can you tell us about that?
Uh, in Canada or in Western countries, it's a very big tradition to have New Year's resolutions, and usually people want to lose weight or uh, gain weight, quit smoking if they smoke, exercise more, and do other stuff. And so people make resolutions and they uh, try to think about ways to make their life better. For me, I have been doing resolutions for my whole life, but I like to think about resolutions. Resolutions, the name resolutions is things that you want to change about yourself,
Hmm.
really. So
Hmm.
I combine resolutions with goals. So, what do you want in 2025? So in my school where I teach at and my course where I teach at, I have all the students think about what do you want in 2025? It has to be realistic that you could get it, and you have to write it down and sort of make a little poster or make a little design that shows what you want. Now the key thing is here is like this. You should choose to have minimum 6 and maximum 10 things you want.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to do that. You can't just do one. One is, I mean, one you could do one, but it's better to have six because, like this, if you ask somebody, anybody, what do you want?
Hmm.
People don't know what they want. Nobody knows what they want. If you ask anybody what they want, they could say, "Oh, I want $1 million." Okay, that's what they want. They don't know what they want. Most people don't know. You ask them, trust me, ask them. And so if you don't know what you want, God will never give you anything because God wants to know what you want. God wants to know what do you want. So I do a thinking type idea project and I ask my students, what do you want in 2025? Do you want to get better marks in school? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to go somewhere? Do you want to do something? And so on. So this is very important because when you are making or when you're thinking about what you want, this might sound a little bit weird, but I believe in God. So when you're making this uh, sort of ideas, you are making a connection with God by saying, "Yes, I want this, I want this, I want this," and then God knows what you want, and then you have to, of course, follow through with what you want. But that's the key thing is to get you started is to make resolutions. That's pretty much it.
I think it's very important what you bring about. When you talk about money at the beginning, I was very curious about this because some statistics shows that people who earn a big amount of money, they usually go broke within a few years. And that tells you the importance of having a plan. Okay, you might want to have $1 million, but the question is, what do you want to do with that money and how are you going to use it, right?
True. Very true. You have to, I mean, goals are very important to have. People don't have goals. If you have a job, your goal is to do your job, go home, talk to your family, and then go to sleep and then get up and do the same thing. But when you have goals, then you have like something you want and you're moving your life towards that goal. Without goals, you're just like a ordinary person, I think. So goals are very important to have. And the New Year's resolutions thing is like that. It's your goal. It can be like a student. Like I give the same the same project to my I teach like 10-year-old kids, and they do that. They're doing this resolutions thing too. What do they want? Well, maybe they want to get a better grade in math. So when you say I want to get a better grade in math, you have to like specify what grade you want to get. So you have to give like exact information so God knows what to work towards.
I
Yeah,
100% agree with you. And I think it's so important and it's so beneficial for these children from a very early age to
yeah,
start already planning ahead of the time. Because if you don't have a plan, who are you anyway? I think it's
yeah.
very important for people to focus on what they want. And also, if you have a plan, not just get happy with the plan, but I think people should be very detailed about what they want. Okay, I want to have a car. What kind of car do you want? What color do you want the car to be? What
Yeah,
brand do you want it to be? And what kind of type of car are you going to have? I think whenever it comes to goals, people need to be the more specific you are about it, the better the chances for you to get what you want. Don't you agree?
I agree. And you should visualize that. You should visualize that what you want. You should get a picture of what you want. If you want to get a car, what kind of car do you want to get? It's like you said, but having a picture of what that car looks like and putting it up on your wall in your house or somewhere where you can see it or keeping it in your pocket and looking at it. When you think about stuff in my philosophy, thoughts become things. And when you think about stuff ongoing, then you have a connection to get that, in my opinion.
Let's talk about the people who want to lose weight. You know, a lot of people struggle with weight. Overweight is becoming a problem every year, and a lot of people don't seem to be aware of what they eat or the amount of exercise they're willing to do to get from where they are to what they want to be. What can you tell us about that?
Okay, well, I'll just say to you, in 2017, I was 125 kilos. I could show you photos. And
Hmm.
now I'm 85 kilos now. So the, and people, when they met me, they said, "Are you sick or something? Or what's happened?" But
Hmm.
I just changed my thinking. Changed. I said, I don't want to be big. I don't want to be fat. I want to be thin. And then I progressed to the goal of that. How do I get there? And exercise is very important, but number one is what you eat.
What you eat?
What
Okay.
you eat, your mind is very important too. What you think is important, but what you eat is number one. So you must change your food. Diets don't work. Forget a diet. It doesn't work. Right? Diets don't work. Diets don't work because when you diet, then when you stop dieting, you just go back and eat all the food you ate before. So diets don't work. What does work is changing your food and focusing on healthy food, but the key thing is sugar. Sugar is the killer, man. It is bad. Sugar is bad. So you can, once you like, for me, my weight just fell off when I stopped eating sugar. It fell off. Seriously, it fell off. And, and then I I used to drink a lot of Coke and Diet Coke and all that stuff. Drank that all the time. So I stopped that. So now I drink a lot of water. I drink tea, no sugar, and drink soda water, and I drink like good juice, but not so much juice, and not juice from a store. Make my own juice.
You know, I like to ask you about how much water do you drink and how much sugar do you consume every week. But before we get to that, I have a story for you, Mr. Paul.
Okay, good.
And this is the story about this mother and her daughter. which daughter was gaining weight every year, every year. So she decided to take her daughter over to Dalai Lama. She took her over there and she told her, "Can you please tell my daughter to tell her stop eating sugar?" So the Dalai Lama looked at her in her eyes and said, "Can you please bring your daughter back in a month?" So the mama and mother went away for a month. They stuck around the village, whatever. They came back again to talk to him. To see the Dalai Lama, it takes a lot of effort and it costs a lot of money. They paid the fine. They went to see him, and when a month after they were in front of the Dalai Lama, he looked at the daughter straight in her eyes and he said, "Stop eating sugar." So the mother were like, "I'm sorry, but okay, thank you, but why did you do that now? Why couldn't you say that a month ago?" And he said, "Because a month ago I was eating sugar," which means, the message is clear there. Yeah. If you want to be able to do something, if you want to tell people what to do in life, you have to discipline yourself. So, since you have managed to achieve this target back in the time, can you please tell us how you did it and what's the best way to do it?
Like I said, I was even back then. I was at the fitness center. I was doing a lot of exercise. I was bench pressing. I was doing heavy weights, but I was a big guy. But I realized that this is not like sustainable. It can't keep going because I was big, hard to find clothes too. I was like XXXL, and trying to get any kind of clothes was difficult. So I made a life choice. I decided that, okay, I'm not going to diet, but I heard about this. My friend told me about this new type of program, I guess.
Hmm.
And it was like the basic thing is low carbo, high good fat. Low carbo, high good fat, which means like this. You don't diet. You can eat all the chicken, all the beef, all the eggs, cheese, all that stuff. You can eat all that. But you don't eat sugar. No sugar. And then, here in Indonesia, people eat a lot of rice, but so I stopped eating rice too. But you just stay away from sugar. And then after 6 months, I lost a whole bunch of weight. It was amazing. Like in 6 months, I must have lost about at least 30 kilos or more.
Wow.
And then it went down. And then when I ate, like if I used to love like chocolate buns and donuts and so on. And when I after that, I ate a donut and my body didn't like it. And I didn't feel good about it. So I didn't eat any more donuts again. And sometimes I eat ice cream and I like ice cream, but I don't eat like crappy ice cream. I buy good ice cream that's like not just all full of sugar. But I do still eat that stuff, but my body doesn't like it. So so that's the thing. You have to teach your body, you have to train your body to be what you want it to be, and then it will be that. But you have to go through the process. It's like anything, learning anything. You have to go through the process. You have to show, like I'm a big believer in God. You have to show God that you're serious about what you want. So, going back to the resolutions thing, is you're telling God what you want. And then you have to follow through. You can't just say, I want to get a new car. Well, okay. And then you just do nothing. You have to work towards that. You have to think about it. You have to save some money. You have to think about how can I get the car? But now have a goal to get it. And so that's a very important part of your journey to get that, or whatever you want. So for me, I wanted to lose weight, so I did what I did, and I'm very very happy, man. When you see the difference, it's awesome. When I go shopping now, it's like I'm just like everyone else, and I'm just like large shirt, large shorts, not like triple XL and so on. So for me, it's that, and you have to think. I think also you must think like this: do you want to live a long life, or do you want to live a short life? That's the thing, man. You have to think about that. Do I want to have a long life? Okay, I do. So you can't abuse your body. You can't abuse it by eating all the sugar. People get diabetes from sugar, too much sugar. I don't know about in Chile, but here in Indonesia, it's a giant problem now because Indonesians now eat a lot of sugar, buns, donuts, cakes, influence from the West, really, because it wasn't like that before. But so a lot of people get diabetes, which is their liver is breaking down. Diabetes is about your liver is under attack, I guess, and your liver is going to cause you to get diabetes and worse. Liver disease, very big in Indonesia because of so much sugar. I don't know about Indonesia, but I don't know about Chile, but it's bad here, man. So there's that.
Well, I can tell you here in Chile it's just as bad. The numbers of diabetes and cancer are growing by
Yeah,
far every year. And it's something we should look into it. People don't realize how bad it is, and people don't also take in consideration that the amount of sugar they take, it's
yeah,
way too much.
yeah.
There is a big bottle of Coke in every single meal in this country, and I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know
that's
how that happened, but that's really bad.
yeah,
So I think people should look into that. People should do more sports. And yes, when it comes to new year's resolution, people always think about that: losing weight, learning languages, traveling the world, double income, and so on and so on. But I think the biggest issue these days, considering the internet and the artificial intelligence we have available at the moment, is that people don't have the determination to say, you know what, I want this. Because if you really want to do something or anything in life, all the information is out there, programs and fitness and diets and travel, everything can be done these days. But
yeah.
if you're not really serious about it, I don't think you're going to accomplish anything. So I think that the biggest issue of this generation is that to make up their mind and to decide what they want to do and to work hard for it in a long term.
I totally agree with you. Changing your mindset is very important with anything. Changing the way you think. That is the key to being successful in anything you want. Losing weight, getting a job, learning a language, seeing about what the goal is and changing your mindset and then following through. I mean, people want to say, "Yes, I want to lose weight," and they go to the gym for a month and then they quit. I mean, it was way too hard for me. I didn't lose any weight, so it doesn't work. People say that all the time, but you must follow through. You got to go for at least whatever you're going to do. You have to do it for at least 6 months minimum, but a year is better. And you just keep going, and you have your goal. You put up on the wall of your office. In my office here, I put up on the wall what I want, and every day I look at it. And every day I think about it, and every day I talk about it to God. I say what I want to God. Trust me, God is. I mean, praying is important, but God wants to know what you want. If you don't want anything, it's easy. You don't get anything if you don't know what you want. So this resolutions activity I do with all my students is to teach them that you have to have goals and you have to know what you want and you have to progress towards that. And then you will be super successful. If I knew about this when I was a teenager, man, I would be a different, I'd probably be the same person, but I'd be super successful. Having goals when you're a student, very important.
Well, I have no doubt that you are a super successful person right now, Paul.
I am. Yeah.
Um, and you know what? One more thing I like to add before
Okay.
finishing the podcast,
Sure.
because I know you are a very busy man,
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
a lot of the times people tend to have too much faith in a short amount of time, say that 4 weeks and 6 weeks, and that if things don't work in that time, they just give it up. And they underestimate the long-term success. Like if they think, okay, I'm gonna do this for the next 12 to 16 months or 18 months or 24 months, that rather than saying, okay, I didn't learn the language in 2 weeks, or didn't lose weight in 2 weeks, or didn't do this, do that, blah 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 in 2 weeks, I'm just gonna give up. This is the biggest issue why people don't achieve most of the things they want. So my
Yeah.
advice to everyone around is, first, think about the long-term plan. Don't give up. Work hard and put up the work, man.
It's like I totally agree with you. Like in the world, there are two types of people: leaders and followers. And 99% of people are followers. They just follow with whatever other people are doing. But the leaders are the key. Those are the successful people. Leaders are successful people. And when you want to be a leader, you have to do the stuff to become a leader. You can't just give up. Give up. Then if you give up, you're a follower, and the followers just follow. And so you have to change, like the mindset thing is very important to be a leader. And the leaders, they become super successful, man. And like we talked about before, success is not about money. It's about how you feel inside,
Mhm.
how your mind is. How happy are you? Are you happy? Then you're successful, in my opinion. Like, ongoing. So the immense power of positive thinking is so important. Yeah,
Mr. Paul, thank you so much for your time. It's always so good to talk to you on this topic and so many others. So I
yeah,
hope we
yeah.
can have you too very soon, and I speak to you very soon, buddy. Thank you very much, and thank you everybody around.
I just want to say Happy New Year to all your
Yes,
people in your stream, and have a wonderful 2025.
you too,
Think
buddy.
about those resolutions too. Yeah.
Yes, take it easy. Yeah.
See you later. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.